Proton John invited us all to play along, so here I am doing a let's play of my own freaking hack. Super Mario TKO, which sort of stands for technical knockout, but there's a little... Okay, here's the history. Dispari Scuro, who started the project, originally called it Super Dispario World, and I don't know, just the first thing that popped into her head, I guess. And it was pretty terrible back then, but I mean, I'm not saying that as a slight against her because I joined her while it was still called that, and the stuff that I did for that was pretty terrible as well. Eventually we decided not to go with Dispario World because it wasn't her project anymore. We kind of joined forces and made it both our own. So, you know, my name's Tom, her name is Kara, so TKO, I don't know, it kind of made sense for us, and now you know the truth behind our title and why it's so lame. Now, the music here, I originally intended this to have cymbals, but there's no actual cymbal sound in the Super Mario World music tracks, so I had to use like a hard hi-hat. By the way, we were going to have something cool for this intro, and we just never got around to finishing it because it was really complicated what we wanted to do, and so we just kind of went with like the scrolling through one of our later levels, which is an ice level, which we always thought kind of looked cool. Now, the music used for here is the same for it's the P-switch music as well. I kind of wanted to give it sort of a timeless sort of feel, like time is stopped. And so, like, the drum sort of thing, the ticking repeatedly is sort of meant to be like a clock or a winder. You'll find I'll be making a lot of comments about the music since that's one of the things that I contributed and I know a lot about, so... Anyway, this is Plain Plains, it's a level that I actually made. And I'm probably going to be showing off a little bit here because that's kind of something I like to do. Hey, look how great I am at my own stupid hack. I don't know. And I am using a keyboard, by the way, no 6-axis controller for me. Burn! Anyway, this level's actually gone through a lot of revisions, so if it's decent now, it's because it's gone through a lot of sucking and... oh man. Well, no, I actually know a trick to get that red coin. You don't have to be big and spin jump. I mean, I could probably use this tweeter, but no, I'll just use the green shell because it's easier. By the way, if it's not immediately obvious, this is the same version that Proton John was playing and not the demo version. The differences are pretty subtle. More of the levels have their own music and very tiny tweaks. Didn't know about that one up, did you, Proton John? You may notice the munchers don't animate all at the same time. It kind of has two different patterns. That was kind of on purpose. I thought it would look a little bit more natural. I used kind of a weird trick to get it to do that. A lot of these early levels are pretty linear and easy, but we wanted to kind of ramp up the difficulty as it goes along. We have new Fireflower graphics now. Those who download the demo have the original sucky Super Mario World Fireflower graphics. I don't know, I love these throw blocks. They've got this rage face after you pick them up. They're just so mad that you're picking them up and trying to throw them. I don't know. Now, Proton John noticed that you jump up here, you get stuck on a block, but he didn't notice that that's actually a power-up block that has a beanstalk. Ooh, secret! You can actually find these clouds and coins if you run past and jump, but... yeah. And here's a kind of tribute level to the first Super Mario Brothers, the bonus stages they had in that with all the coins and the clouds. And, you know, in that one they had the star music, so I kind of used it, you know, kind of a remix of sorts. I actually have like 3 or 4 different variations of the star music in this game just to kind of break up the monotony, because it's a really repetitive song. I mean, it's catchy, it just you know, do something with it, make it more fun. And I remember the first level that I helped make for Dispario World. I had like one of those big bonsai bills that was all glitchy and made Mario invisible, and I just thought it was good. Actually, you know what? I'll show you. Now, right away, you have to time it just right or else you don't get the jump. And then you've got all these really annoying note blocks. I mean, note blocks are kind of fun when you use them sparingly, but this was just frustrating. Look at this. Look at me trying to get up there. And, you know, kind of glitchy as well. And the background is terrible. I was just trying to draw something with the graphics that were available, which just don't let you do anything. But I was determined to try. Got like one of these climbing nets in the middle of the sky, and you've got note blocks drawn over the net. It looks terrible. I don't know why I thought that would look okay. Back when we started, we wanted to take this minimalist approach. We were like, everyone else wants to just edit the graphics and just do all kinds of hacks and so on. We're like, well, let's just see what we can do with just the level editor. But then as we got into it more and more, we just wanted to modify all kinds of things until we got to the point where we're like, well, if we're gonna edit a little bit, we might as well just go all out. You know, just do everything. New music, new graphics, new enemies, new blocks, everything we can possibly think of that, you know, to make it as unique as possible. Getting back to Despario World, you can see here that a pipe just led right into the middle of a castle for some reason. I thought that would be original. I just didn't think it would be kind of nonsensical, which it really is. You can also see the palette's pretty messed up. The torches in the background don't even work. And then there's this. Yeah, there's like some block you can insert that looks like a big entrance, but it doesn't actually work, and I stuck it in there anyway, even though you could fall right through it. Anyway. This next level is Ivy Grove. It's one of Despario's levels. It's kind of named after the little creatures that she came up with called Ivies, the ones that hide behind the background. Now, one thing you'll notice is that in this version of the game, there's actually new music for it. It's sort of inspired by the tutorial level in Yoshi's Island. Stupid piranha plant. Now when you're Fire Mario, you'll notice it's kind of hard to grab tweeters because the grab button also shoots fireballs, so if you just duck, you can grab them without shooting a fireball, so that's a pretty nifty trick. We didn't really do that on purpose, it just came out by accident, so it's just something to keep in mind. So it's the only real workaround we can do unless we somehow change the entire mechanics of the game. And here's the first secret in Ivy Grove. Now, of course, you need the yellow switch blocks to get all these coins in this room, but there's nothing really here, so just coins. Here's an Ivy here. You know, he kind of blends into the background. He goes behind the bush instead of in front of it. That's all they really do. A lot of smashable bricks in this level, because Despario loves smashable bricks. When we first added them, Despario wanted to replace the turn blocks with them, and I'm like, well, let's not just get rid of them. Somehow she took this as meaning that I absolutely love turn blocks, and not that I just like being able... What just happened? That tweeter hit something. Now this cave music, I kind of used quite a bit in the hack. I had to repeat some a few times. It was somewhat inspired by the underground music in Super Mario 3, which had the drum beat. And it was based on the underground theme in Mario 1, but I kind of took the element of Super Mario 3 without the element from Super Mario 1, if that makes any sense. I don't know, I wanted to do something different. Those piranha plants are Tom Bane. I'm gonna practice a little bit on jumping on these note blocks. It's good for hand-eye coordination if you can actually land on them. Forget. I noticed Despario seems to like symmetry a little too much. You can often predict where the coin blocks are going to be in these long stretches, there and there. Okay, I need the fire flower, so let's show you... I'm going to show you a trick. You can get it much faster that way, if you get a running start. I try not to be so symmetrical with my stuff. Despario suggests that I go out of my way to be asymmetrical just because of her. I don't know. You may notice that all the enterable pipes in this stage are actually yellow. It's kind of an easy trick to remember. Apparently I was supposed to know this ages ago and I just figured it out recently, and so Despario is actually mad at me because of that. I'd forgotten that actually I commented to her that the level was kind of short before and she had this whole underground area because of it. Ah. Okay, you guys know I would have killed that piranha plant. You see that? Like, the fireball's right there. You're all my witnesses. That would have killed him. Well, I guess that's it for this video.